We're live.
Aloha, guys. We're here, man. Look, man, let's just run this intro, man. You know, it is what it is.
Man. You don't want to know how we are. You don't want to see if we're okay.
Oh man, I don't want to know
how is everyone.
I'm
good.
I am good. I am good.
His liver not so much, but he's all right.
I don't really care about
I watered down the alcohol with a little malt yesterday. I only had one glass of red wine yesterday, so we're easy.
All right. Javern, how are you?
You know what? I'm actually not too bad. But that's because I've been having, after the Arsenal game, I was up late and I was just thinking, and you know what? I'm not actually mad right now, so I'm good. Even after that discussion.
Let it go. Yeah, let it go. Let it wash over you, man. Let it wash over you. Hey, you all right? Your camera's a little bit blurry. Are you all right?
Is it blurry?
Yeah.
We don't care about your camera. We care about you. How are you as a man? How are you?
His eyes are blurry as well.
How are you, bro?
Play the intro, man. Javon, play that intro, man.
Well, no one's gonna.
Happened.
Hey guys, what up? Oh my god, man.
Sorry.
Look, man.
No one cares how I am, yeah.
No, we do care how you are. How are you, Devo? Sorry.
Huh?
How are you, Devo? How are you?
I'm feeling good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna rub it in. We got a long show. Let's go.
HH.
Well, guys, there's only one place, unfortunately, to start here. You know, Chelsea against Arsenal, man. You know, the good old London derby. And I've seen many great matches, many great face-offs, and so forth. You know, I was hyped before the game and everything, and Devo, what are your thoughts on just from an ask, because I don't really know where to start it, because I'm just trying to just gather my thoughts fully, because you know I am currently engaged in a civil war. I'm engaged in a civil war. So this is like, what's it called? So basically, and this civil war is about me against the so-called proper Chelsea fans, you know. And I'm trying to just get through their moronic heads. So Chelsea Arsenal, I think it's a game where most people thought Chelsea were going to win. It's a game in which Arsenal pretty much played their youngsters, something that Devo has been saying that they should do. And it just seemed as if, you know what, Chelsea would get this win, and, you know, and they'll just pile the pressure on Arsenal, and Arsenal would have to focus on their games against Brighton and so forth. But why is my icon changing from a bubble to a rectangle? Okay, so they got lubricated. Let's just Chelsea got lubricated. They got outplayed. It was an embarrassment. You know, Lampard got outthought, and it was a humbling moment. And I do feel that it could be a potential turning point for Frank Lampard and his tenure at Chelsea, because at every conceivable level, that was simply unacceptable. Because I wanted to pop bottles, I wanted to celebrate, I wanted to pop open the balloons, and that moronic nepotism merchant,
love heart,
whose entire career was given to him by his uncle, ruined it for me. You spoon-fed, privileged prick. So Devo.
Hold on. Sorry, HH, I want to stop you 1 second. Before we go to Devo, I want to bring someone in just before we get on, just so we can let him have his words. Yeah, sorry, we'll let him go so he can have his words, and then we can then continue on. So I would like to bring in Red Devil Studio.
Hello, everyone.
Mate, wait, what are you doing here, man?
Yo,
we have a United fan quarter. have
I'd stop
we have
by.
a United quarter.
I thought I would.
No.
This is the
Don't stop by. Keep walking. Keep walking past.
Can I
us.
guest speak? Can I guest speak?
Don't
No,
be
you
so
can't.
rude.
I was.
Don't be so rude.
We were talking about Arsenal, and I was like, Arsenal. Then you have Villa next, and see what happens. And then Villa happened, and then El Ghazi, and it didn't really fit what was going to happen. But before I go into Chelsea, right, before I play this classic Gatler clip that I missed, big shout out to Devo, by the way, because Devo said multiple times, Arteta needs to play the youth. Arteta needs to play the youth. Play Martinelli, play Smith Rowe, play Saka. They're going to give you the energy, the fight, because they've got a lot more passion and enthusiasm.
Why is this guy here? Why is he?
And we
Who
saw
invited him?
Mute HH. Mute HH.
And we saw that against this Chelsea side, and that will completely deject of confidence. I'm still waiting for when. I mean, HH. The only question I would ask is, do you know when exactly Timo Werner will score next?
Can the guest hurry up with whatever he's here to do, so he can leave you?
Finding Timo. Finding Timo.
Genuine question, man. When in the Villa game today, I generally thought when he made the substitution for Werner for Giroud that Lampard wanted to settle for a point. That's how substitution. He wanted to settle for a point. What Werner won was like, yeah, okay, a point against Villa at home. It is what it is. That's where Chelsea. And if we bring up the table, and I know whether we have the table or not, Chelsea are. I think was it Villa are ahead of Chelsea with two games in hand.
Yeah.
And Maxi, your bro, Maxi was shouting
Javan,
about
what's going on? Wait, first of all, who is this dude that's on here? I don't know who this dude is, and I thought he's all just here for a feast. Okay, so Red Devil, why are you here?
I'm here for one particular reason.
Okay, then do it and then
for one particular reason. Just listen, HH.
Daniel Henkel says, what are your predictions for Lampard next season? Daniel, it's very simple. The sack. Daniel, it's just very, very simple. I don't give a damn about predictions. This is what it is. We are building a force. This is one of the greatest teams ever assembled in the history of football right now, with the best young players on the planet. Oh my God. Minimum runners-up in our Premier League. Minimum. Yeah, say that again. Minimum runners-up in that Premier League. Hashtag runners-up minimum. I never said. You are chicks.
Just wait. It gets better. It gets better.
Look, you're an international treasure.
It gets better.
Minimum international treasure. Minimum second, eh? Let the haters hate. And the haters keep hating. Okay? Chelsea will ride. Chelsea will ride. We will ride with the treble.
This is my voice, by the way.
The treble's coming home.
You can't prove this is my voice.
Coming home. The treble's coming home. Treble's coming home.
This isn't my voice, by the way.
Is our coming ZH.
Can you cut this guy's mic off, please? Giovanni, can you cut his mic?
Okay, Red Devil.
Giovanni, can you cut his mic, please? Red Devil, thank you for your useless contribution to this channel.
I just thought it was important to remind HH of what the expectation for Chelsea Football Club is this season.
Red Devil,
we shouldn't
man.
forget that expectation. We shouldn't.
Thank you, Red Devil. Thank you, Red Devil. Great contribution.
Can you get the heck out of this
We need to
place?
be reminded.
Can you kick this guy out of this room, please?
Thank you for coming on, Red Devil.
Javan, can you? No, thank you. Your place here was useless. Javan, can you kick this guy off the
We'll
channel?
see you soon. We'll see you very, very soon.
We won't be seeing you anytime soon, man.
H, what can I say, man? What can I say? There's more receipts out there as well, because I saw a little video that popped up on Twitter today where you're previewing the game and saying, you know what, Arsenal are playing toilet. Oh no, that's an offence to toilets. An offence to sewage. It's an offence to all these other things. And then what happened?
Wait, isn't this
In your
supposed
own
to?
words, you got
Aren't we supposed to be analysing the game? So, Devo, can we just
that's
have
what I'm getting to. That's what I'm
so
getting to.
this shouldn't be an HH roast session. So, Devo, can you just please?
Mind your
analyze
No, you know
what this
what?
game is
You
about.
know what?
Mind your words.
You know, once again, Devo, he's actually right. He's actually right. It shouldn't just be a HH row session. It should also be a It's All Mad J row session.
He's getting
Mr. Chelsea gonna win the league this year. Chelsea can't even beat a team in the top half of the table. Embarrassing. Sorry, Devo. Go ahead.
Embarrassment. No, for real. And you know what the thing is as well? Going into this game, a lot of people were just saying as if it was there for the taking. Like Lampard is, you know, they all forgot about their agendas about Lampard and how he's not the best manager. And all of a sudden just thought, because it's Arsenal, Lampard's going to batter them. But what you have to remember is that when teams go up against Lampard and they know how to play against the Chelsea, more times than not, Chelsea struggle. We saw it against Villa as well. He struggles. And this is why when we said before, Chelsea's success will be in spite of Lampard rather than because of Lampard. This is what we mean. When it comes down to having to do things differently and using the squad effectively, he struggles. Now, that game, people will talk about Werner and blah, blah, blah and all this stuff. But Werner didn't play well. But I don't think Abraham helped him. With a lot of things, he wasn't working well with him.
But the ball was still given to his feet, and he couldn't do anything when the ball was at his feet.
He's in the middle of a confidence crisis. But this is where the manager has to do his job and get him out of that funk. And it's going to show, has Lampard got that man management side of him as well? Because all players go through funks. Yeah.
Chelsea were 3-0 down.
Yeah.
Giroud stayed on the bench the whole game, you know.
Yeah, that
90 minutes. 90 minutes. Giroud did not touch pitch. The man brought on Jorginho before he brought on Giroud.
But you know what doesn't make sense to me as well? They kept showing the stats about Reece James. Puts in the most crosses of any fullback in the league. You got one of the best, if not the best header of the ball on the bench. Anytime Reece James starts, you should start Giroud. It don't mean if he's putting balls in the box, get your best header of the ball in the box.
It's like.
Anyway, let's not talk about how dead Chelsea are. Let's big up Arsenal because we played well, innit? We played well.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna have to stop you there because when we want to speak about Arsenal, like, no, we don't talk about bottom team. We don't talk about it. You say, okay, let's only speak about Chelsea. Don't talk about Arsenal because, like you said a few shows ago, we don't talk about them. We asked you about Arsenal. You told us about Seahawk Eagles. So don't tell us about Arsenal this week.
No Eagles.
Listen, whatever it's called, I don't know. You were telling us about Seahawks, Eagles, or Seattle. Whatever.
What I said is,
can Devo speak?
No. I don't think he can.
You wanted to talk about Arsenal versus Burnley. I'm talking about Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Okay, but you didn't want to speak about it.
Chelsea going to win the league. Chelsea going to win the league.
I hear that, but at the same time, I hear that, and I stick. No, the thing is, I stick.
Let's talk about Arsenal versus Chelsea.
I know why I said what I said, but I'm just saying.
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Let Devo land, man. Let Devo land, man. Let Devo land.
Listen,
what I'm saying is, what I wanted
about Arsenal when they win. That's it.
What I wanted
from Arsenal. Talk about them.
I've been here every week speaking about Arsenal, whether we lose or win. I mean, every week.
That's fair. That's fair. He has been. Yeah. No.
So what I was saying about Arsenal is that I wanted these players to start, but to be fair to Arteta, Smith Rowe was injured, Martinelli was injured, so we didn't have those two. Now they've come back and they're fit. He has to be very careful not for them to get injured again. So we will probably see Pepe come back in. We'll probably see Willian get some games because he can't play these guys every week. But this particular game, you saw the difference in players that actually wanted to prove themselves and actually wanted.
There was a hunger, desire.
Yeah, Martinelli was pressing all day. He gave Reece James fits. Him and Tierney worked well together on the left. Smith Rowe is intelligent. He took the ball in small spaces, able to turn and move positively forward up the pitch, whether carrying or passing. We don't have anyone else doing that. Saka was able to be freed so that he's not the only creative hub. And that does a whole load of difference because when you're one man and everything's on your shoulders and you're 19, it's not going to work. But when you have others who are on your wavelength, it works.
So Smith Rowe was always available because I know Martinelli was injured for a while. Smith Rowe was injured.
But Smith Rowe, he was available before this game, though. I'm sure.
No, he had injuries. He played 1 or 2 games in the Europa League, but he kept getting niggly injuries. He's one of those players where if you can get him playing 6-7 games in a row, you'll see the best of him. But he did well at Huddersfield. But even when he went Leipzig, he got injured after a few weeks. Had to come back. He's one of those players. So if we can keep him fit,
this is the thing. I'm like, well done for Arteta for playing the youth. And well done to the youth for putting in the performance that they did. I mean, they completely deserved that game. Could have been more.
Yeah.
But it's just an indictment on Willian and Pepe. And even Lacazette and Aubameyang this season.
Lacazette played decent though.
No, he had.
No. I think Willian especially, man.
I'm just saying for the season. It's an indictment that he's had to revert to the youth to get some kind of fight out of the team.
Yeah.
We know what the youth give, but why are these players not motivated? Why are they not motivated to play for Arsenal, to return Arsenal to their glory?
It's them poison people like David Luiz, Willian.
Willian is here.
Willian wants to be there. They want Arteta out there down tooling all this, passing it on through the club.
Willian just wants to get paid. He's done. His career in England is done. He's done all he needs to do in England. Now he just wants to get paid and run his restaurant. That's it. He just wants to get paid. He sees Arsenal as a rocking chair on the porch. Man's chilling. He's reading his paper. Pepe is not intelligent, and now you saw it when he come on. There was that clear thing with Tierney, where Tierney got the ball and Pepe's looking for feet, and Tierney's saying, "Look at all that space, go into the space." 3 times he had to tell him to go in the space. We passed the ball there, and he still didn't realize that's what he's supposed to do. Pepe's not in here. He's not a footballer.
That's what I saw a tweet. I don't know if you saw it. You may have liked it because someone said something about Pepe. He's a good player, but XYZ, and I'm like. He's like, why do we keep saying he's a good player? There's nothing I've seen since he's been in the Premier League to suggest he's a good player. Has he got technique? Yes. That's it. That's literally it. He's got a good technique. So if he strikes the ball right, he can get a good curl. He can put in a set piece. I'll give him that. Maybe score a free kick. But he's not a good footballer because there's more to football than being able to control the ball or move it quick between your feet. Like he's a cage footballer. He's a cage footballer who wants to show up on the pitch. It's not good enough, and it's an indictment on Arsenal that you've signed a player like him, then you've signed a player like Willian, like 2 different ends of the spectrum in terms of what they actually do, but both of them have flopped. So yes, we know. For me, Arteta's not the right man for Arsenal in this current state of Arsenal Football Club. But he's 100% not the reason for Arsenal's downfall as a club. Yes, they shouldn't be 15th, so we have to put that on the manager. But there's a lot of crap in that team that should not be there, that Arteta didn't bring in. Arteta hasn't been able to replace. Hasn't been able to replace. And I mean, this result, I mean, the last time they won was against us when no one expected it as well at Old Trafford.
We'll probably lose to Brighton. I'm not.
We need to go and see. But see what they can do when there is a pressure. Because there was no pressure in them necessarily. Pressure on Arteta, but no pressure on the players going into this game because nobody expected anything. Now they got a relegation 6-pointer against Brighton.
My thing though is that if he plays the same exact team against Brighton, I think they have a better chance.
He won't.
But if he doesn't and he brings back that Willian and all that nonsense. Then I'm like, but because my thing is that the team just looks completely different. You see, if Arsenal went with the same thing, Aubameyang, Willian, Pepe, I think even as garbage toilets as Chelsea have been so far, they'd have still managed to find a way through their individuals. Because basically, Chelsea right now is Vibes FC. Cross and Inshallah Vibes FC. That's what they're about. So they would have managed, but just that team just looks to be moved the ball a lot quicker, much more smoother, and they just seem to be more energy. I would say energy is wrong with that. There was more fluidity in the attack. Whereas if you put Willian and Pepe there, it stops. Like Willian just gets the ball just back, forward, and then just puts it like that. Whereas you have guys that are making that forward perpetual movement, and there's like a.
And it was every pass that came from Smith Rowe, Martinelli, or Saka, they were moving to find the next pass. It weren't pass it, have a look. What can you do? Oh, you're going to go back. Okay, let me just run back a little bit, help out. Do you know what I mean? It was every pass had intention. The pass was either going to go to the left, let me get in the box. This is the first time this season I've seen 4 or 5 players in the box in open play. And it happened numerous amount of times. It's because we had the energy and the desire to get in the box and make something happen. I don't think we're going to play the same team against Brighton. I think you will see Pepe come back in and Aubameyang. Because Martinelli and Smith Rowe can't play this amount of games in a short space of time.
Okay, but let me ask you this. So let's say, like, if you were the manager, like against Brighton, what lineup would you go with? You would go with this same exact lineup, or you'd want to bring back Aubameyang at least in the team?
I mean, obviously we don't know exactly, because remember Martinelli came off in the Carabao Cup as well. So I'd be hesitant to start him, even though he is a very good player for us. I'd be hesitant to start him in so many games over a short space of time. So I probably would bring back Pepe and Aubameyang, because Smith Rowe and Martinelli probably can't play 2 games in the space of 3 days. You don't want them to break down. I'd probably bring in Maitland-Niles, a right back for Bellerin, just because I think he's a better one-on-one defender than what Bellerin is. And I think Trossard and Mopai and Welbeck, they will probably pull out onto him and try and get some change out of him, because they're not going to get much out of Tierney on the other side. But I'd probably, apart from that,
the centre backs, Mari came in from the cold.
Yeah, Mari's a bit slow. He played really well against Chelsea, but he's a little bit slow, and you saw that for the penalty. He's a bit slow, but he did really well. And I would say keep him and Holding, and then tell them you are my centre back pairing until you
dropping Gabriel.
No, bring Gabriel. He's out for 3 games because he got COVID or whatever. Him, Willian, and Louise were partying over Christmas, innit? So they're all out.
So I was going to say, I think, this Arsenal team, the Arsenal game, it has to be taken partly in isolation. Obviously, you take the positives you can, but there's also things that obviously you missed certain chances, so you could have scored more. But the way that you nearly crumbled in the end is something that you can't just kind of brush under the carpet, because they conceded one, and if Jorginho scores that penalty, I'm not going to lie, I think it's 3-3. I think it's 3-3.
I was just before the penalty. I was on Sky Bet looking at the odds for a draw. And I was just about to put £5. It was like
make that cash, baby. Make that cash, man.
And then he saved the penalty.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. I won't come first to Javan with this. Lampard. So, again, Twitter is a microcosm, but look, it is what it is. I use Twitter as my example. Screw you. It is what it is. So, after that game, and of course after this Villa game and so forth, I think a lot of people are like, all right, this guy, this is the first time where Lampard is genuinely under pressure, because the results in the past 4 or 5 games have not been very good. So is it a case of where it is Lampard's tactics, or is it a case of the players are simply underperforming? Lampard is putting out the best team, the best formation, and the players are just letting him down. What do you think the issue is, and where do you think the blame should lie? And so, Javan, first to you, man, where do you think the blame should be more? Lampard, the players, or everything as a whole?
Nah, I think it's a bit of both. Lampard for the decisions that he makes in substitutions, player positions, tactics. I would say he has to hold accountability for that, and the blame goes on the players for just not performing. Like Lampard sets a team out, as you guys say, with your agenda saying that Chelsea win in spite of Lampard. So then why are they losing? How I don't understand this fan base. They blame Lampard when we lose, but yet they say it's not Lampard's fault why we win. It doesn't make sense. If it's down to the players, then why is it that Lampard gets screamed at and shouted at?
Because
he does make some questionable decisions.
No, I understand that.
Because the question is,
we can question his decisions, but if we want to actually go at what the fans are saying, they're saying that Chelsea win and it's not because of Lampard. So why is it when we lose, it's not because of Lampard?
No. For me, there's 2 things. I think my thing is, if you win the league, you obviously have to give credit, but to Lampard. But I think it'll be more to do with the players, or let's say more heavily weighted towards the players than in previous teams or previous managers, because Lampard does not have that experience. Now, I'm not saying from one game to the next that Lampard had no bearing on the result. Of course, like you cannot just take away the whole coaching stuff and everything from it. But you see so many tactical errors and the naivety in his management from the sidelines when he needs to change a game, that you have to question how much, as Saeed would put it, freestyle is going into the games. He kind of sets them out in a way, this is how I want you to play. But football doesn't work like that. Things change in the 90 minutes and you have to react to it. And too often we've seen that he's not able to react, to be able to change a game or to affect it in a certain way.
And that's the thing. I understand that, but this is the issue I have. So everyone obviously is Lampard out, and that's fine.
Where are you?
I'm not Lampard out.
Yeah, I'm Lampard in.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
Nobody cares what you think.
Hold on. If Werner started today, I would have been Lampard out, but he didn't.
Wow.
But what I'm the
It's
reason
crazy.
why,
Sorry,
hold on. Hold
a
on.
lot of Chelsea fans are on the brink. It's like one little. If Werner started, I'm Lampard out. I think Anita was saying the other day, if he loses to Arsenal, I'm Lampard out. Some people are like he got 35 minutes to change the game. Like you lot are really on teetering on the brink.
No,
Yeah.
But I hear that. But I'll explain why, because everyone's like, why am I Lampard out?
Yeah,
I
I've been Lampard
know,
out ever since he was hired. But
I know
that's a whole different story.
I know HH is seething, but I'll tell you why. The problem is everyone here is judging Lampard to like a Pep, a Sarri, you know, all the people that's coming with credentials. Lampard's coming with 1 season in management. How are you, man, putting him up here to expecting him to deliver? The man is new. You can see that in his. Hold on.
We don't expect.
No, but the thing is, Chelsea fans are expecting this. This is the point that I'm making. And then when he loses, they're screaming, "Oh, he's too big. He's this and that. It's his job's not for." Well, of course. Like, why are you putting him next to the
because he needs to be sacked.
Yes,
but there's two things. It's what you expect from a club like Chelsea and what you expect from Lampard.
Yeah,
that's
HH, for example.
But
HH, for example, from the outset, he said he doesn't want Lampard because he expects little from him. Because he expects a lot from Chelsea, he doesn't want Lampard.
And I understand. No, and I understand that, and that is why I'm okay with it. The problem I have is we have Lampard, and people are expecting him to be delivering Pep results, Jurgen Klopp results, big results. Where just because we're rebuilding a team, yes, we spent 200 million. But the problem is that just because we spent 200 million, it doesn't mean you get instant success.
Javon, forget Pep and Klopp. Forget them. You haven't won a game against any team in the top half of the season.
Yes.
Forget Pep. Forget Klopp.
Yeah.
You know, another
Explain
thing
that. Explain that.
But I just explained it. I've told you this already. I even said it in a tweet. I said, you know what? After settling down, the game's gone. You know, tensions have boiled over. I'm not Lampard out, but maybe, just maybe, this job is just too big for him. He's a decent manager, but this is a too high of a level for him.
Okay. Let me ask you because again.
Wait. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, and then I'll go to Neeks with this. So my thing is that as of right now, would you sack Lampard or would you back him based on what you've seen right now? Sack him.
For me
or
personally,
keep him?
unless whoever they've got coming in next is levels above Lampard, has a good degree, good CV or whatever, and you know he's gonna, I'll say, could guarantee some kind of turnaround.
Okay. Thomas Tuchel's name has been thrown in.
What pedigree does he have? This is just reactionary. What has what has he done with PSG?
Okay. So basically, you would keep him unless a manager with better credentials came through.
If he goes, it has to be not someone on his level. It has to be, and it can't be someone just above. You know, as managed in Uber Eats delivering food. It has to be like a manager of quality that has done things, that's got a name. Or else there's no point. No point. You're just gonna get the same results, and then it's just gonna be the same thing in 7 months' time, with everyone screaming Tuchel out or whoever comes in. And that's the problem with the fan base. It's too reactionary.
Okay. So Neeks and Devo's, because we have to go on to the next episode. So just very briefly, assessing a Lampard, and if you were making the decisions, would you still give him time, or would you then sack him, Neeks and then Devo?
Yeah, listen, I always say managers should be given the season unless you're in a position where it's completely untenable. Like for me, if Arteta lost to Chelsea and then loses to Brighton, for me he has to go. I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think he has to go anyway. I think the job is way too big for him. There's too much things outside of his control that he is not responsible for that I'm not sure he can turn around. But when it comes to Lampard, but I will say, if you can, you give the manager the end of the season. Right now, I think Chelsea's not going to win a major trophy under Lampard, but I'll give him the end of the season to prove it. And if you're in a position that I can say, all right, we've progressed from last year, so the next season we can challenge for major trophies, then you keep him. If it doesn't, if you stagnate or you regress, then there's a big shout to get rid of him.
Dev?
But right now you keep him.
Yeah, I think right now you keep him. You see where you are at the end of the season. I think he will be sacked at the end of the season. I said this at the beginning of the season, because for me, Chelsea Football Club, you need to put trophies in the cabinet. That's what Chelsea Football Club are about. And if you're not doing that, then you got to go. And you say they spent 200 million, then you have to take that 200 million and make it work on the pitch. You have to make it work. And he's not been able to integrate Havertz. He's not been able to integrate Werner properly. Like Werner's being put out on the left repeatedly and being left out there to dry. I know he's missing chances and everything like that, but we all know the best, well, we've all seen the best that he's played is when he's being played with a Giroud or with an Abraham through the middle.
Somebody, yep.
That's it. That's where he's done all of his best results. So this system isn't working for him. He's not been able to integrate Callum Hudson-Odoi. When he does play him, he plays well and then he don't play again for weeks. There's certain things that are happening at the club that is down to his management.
Understand.
You know, there's players like Kovacic performs and then he's out of the team. So these things these things are baffling. So this is why when I look at Lampard and people like Lampard out, I understand because his substitutions are trash. He gets the team selections wrong more than he gets them right, if we're being honest.
Okay.
But he has winners in the team who can win the game for him, such as much as you're going to hate it, Mason Mount turns up. Abraham might be able to do it one day. Havertz might turn up one day. He hasn't done it yet. Ziyech, Pulisic. These guys are game winners.
They can. And
they're game winners. So that is why I'm saying it's in spite of Lampard rather than because of Lampard.
Okay.
Now, HH, I know you want to say I know we have to
because we only here for too long. We have to move. So guys,
I don't know. What do you want to move on to?
Just there's
What are
nothing
we moving on to?
Okay. Cavani.
That's fine. That's fine. Let Javern go because what I want to say is going to merge into Man United. And we can move into Cavani. Go on, Javern.
I was just now I've just lost my train of thought with all this stopping. What's it? I'm just saying. When I started, I said, you know what, Chelsea going to win the league. I said that because the players that we started, they're really good this season. Anything could happen because of COVID. Things are okay, and as I've seen the season go on, I can see that Lampard probably will not be able to deliver this title. It doesn't mean I'm gonna. Who doesn't? Listen, Man City fans will tell. Liverpool's been telling us they're going to win the league for 30 years. So any fan can say they're going to win the league. So I just wanted to address that I'm going to say that I'm going to back.
There wasn't Twitter back then, unfortunately for them. Well, unfortunately for them even.
But that's what I'm just trying to say. I'm going to say it, innit? And we don't win it. We don't win it. It is what it is. I'm not going to be reactionary like everyone. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to stand by it.
I think what I was going to say is he's going to win the league.
I would say okay, maybe that was reactionary. Maybe that was, but I'm just saying it is what I'm gonna say it. And just because I said it, what does that mean? Why can't I say it? Is that a problem?
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. What I was gonna say is
so. Next week
the difference between Man United and Chelsea in this situation, and the difference between Lampard and Solskjaer. We know Solskjaer got more experience as a manager at a lower level, mold, but it's experience managing people, isn't it? Man United went through 3 managers after Fergie. So we went from Moyes, who had Premier League experience, European to an extent, UEFA Cup and that kind of stuff, getting Everton to a position. Then we got LVG, who's got, years of experience, internationally and club, all of that kind of stuff, managing youth, etc. Then we went to Jose, proven winner, etc., Premier League, etc. And then we're like, you know what, this just ain't working. Let's try something different. And now we went to Solskjaer, who Solskjaer is responsible for a rebuild. So we've had 7 years of, no, less than that before Solskjaer came, 5 years of just utter crap, wrong choices, recruitment, styles, philosophies, and we're trying to change that. The difference with Chelsea is that what Chelsea's been doing year after year, and I understand why the fans are saying that, is that they've been winning. Every year, whoever the manager is, they win. Lampard now comes in and he's supposed to be given time where winning is not the objective. Whereas Man United, we have gone through 5 years of just a lot of up and down, where we've decided to go to another level. Chelsea fans aren't ready for a rebuild because they don't know what a rebuild looks like. Because when managers change, the winning continues. But Manchester United, we said, you know what, we need to change. And we're going to give Solskjaer the time to get things right. You still have to get results and get things right. Recruitment-wise, player that you've actually got in the side, who you're going to sell, who you're going to buy. And I think right now, a lot of fans are realizing that the rebuild, we're seeing the fruits of the patience that Solskjaer has been given by people at the club, some of the fans in this rebuild, and the results are starting to come. The consistency.
So basically, no, wait, so just quickly on Neeks' point is like, before we go into our next topic, is like, and that's the whole thing, is that people have talked about issues with, have United always supported the managers in the transfer markets? Abramovich has always been, what do you need? Whether I'm going to sell my yacht, sell my mansion, sell whatever, I'm going to give you the money to give me this trophy. So Abramovich, because he's a football fan and he loves the club so much, he will give you that money that you need to buy the players in order to go for. So next topic now, Edinson Cavani. I want to pull up, because I remember when I made this, when Edinson Cavani was bought for Man United, and I remember I did a video and so forth, I said, Cavani is a good striker. He's a goal scorer. The biggest issue with Cavani is in those key Champions League games, 1v1, he will always messed up. Guys will say, oh no, Cavani is too old. What are United doing? They always say, oh, Cavani's talents isn't predicated on his physicality, i.e. speed and so forth. His talents is based on reaction, anticipation, movement. Movement you can maybe lose from like age and everything, but really,
but
reaction
time.
Picking
up space. You don't lose the movement. It's the pace.
So for me, so United obviously have now said they've now extended Cavani's contract and so forth by one year, and I think that is a great move by United, because I just feel that as of right now, he's United's best striker. Martial is going through a bad patch, and really that's the only other. Rashford, he's not a natural striker, so he's really out wide. So really, Cavani is United's best striker. So coming first to Neeks, obviously, good decision. What do you think Cavani can provide for United moving forward? Do you think that's, because again, you may say 2-3 years max that you can get from I mean, how many years can you get from him?
When I said to the deal, I think a lot of the panic around the deal, we weren't really excited, it was nothing to do with Cavani, and I said it at the time. This Cavani, if you're watching, which you weren't, and I don't know if you even speak English, it wasn't never about you. That's what I said at the time. It was never about you. It was about how it came to be. We could have spoken to Cavani from January. He was a free agent from June. If we wanted Cavani that badly, we would have got him from then. He would have had he wouldn't have the preseason, but he would have been in and around the squad. He would have been up to fitness, blah, blah. It was a last dash supermarket sweep, go and grab Cavani off the top shelf, bottom shelf even. No one else wanted him. Like, no one else could afford him or were willing to pay him. And then he's having to quarantine. It was just a complete mess. But what I did say is Cavani, and I've said it for years, same thing you say, he misses the big chances, or he has a propensity to miss those big chances in the big moments. We're not even in those big moments right now, so it ain't a problem for us. We're trying to get back to the big moments. But his movement is the best in world football, and I think I said that I'm not moving from that. Ronaldo right up there as well. Don't get me wrong, but consistently for at least 5 years, best movement as a striker in world football. Martial can learn from him. Greenwood can learn from him. So at the very least, the young players coming up will benefit. I wasn't expecting him to hit the ground running like he did in terms of goal scoring immediately. The winner against Southampton. He comes off the bench, scores against Everton, and then he scores against Everton in the cup, just gone as well. Nearly scored a brilliant chip against PSG in the group stage, which would have got us through. His impact has been brilliant, and I was like, the deal's good because it's a 1 year with an extension. We can activate it when we did it, and I think what happens now because of this COVID that we're in, there's less money available. So if you can keep a player on for a year longer, so it's not a position that you have to go and strengthen. We don't have to, go into a bidding war to get Erling Haaland, who's probably going to leave the next summer as opposed to the one coming up. We can then focus on other areas. We're not looking for a striker next year. We can go and get a right wing. We can go and get a centre back, a defensive midfielder. Cavani has given us something that a lot of people probably didn't even think we needed. A lot of people are saying Martial is the striker we need, and we're like, he's a good striker, but he's not a natural number 9.
That's the key thing. It's that instinct,
and it's an option.
Natural instinct.
It's a different option. But now, no, I'm not. Whatever you're saying, Javan, I'm not saying. Whatever you're about to say, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm just asking. I'm saying. So you're saying Cavani this summer, since you can go out and get your right wing or your right back, you don't need to get a striker. You're happy with Cavani.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something about Martial.
Listen, Martial's dead, and I'm glad you're finally seeing that. But continue.
No, I'm not seeing it. But he's not a natural striker. He's not a natural goal scorer. hold up play brilliant, link play brilliant, not just goal scorer. Goals win games. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I think Cavani, his fitness is there. He can give us another year and a half. And we see where it is in it. And I think we can just build a team. But right now, I said he came in as another option. Right now, he's the best striker. He has to start. Yeah. Cavani has to start.
I don't know if he starts every game now.
No. But nobody should start every game in this current fixture pile-up, especially at his age with the injuries that he had in the last year or so. But when he's fit and available in the biggest games, I want Cavani starting.
Top striker.
Put that down, man. Put that down.
Javan,
thoughts on this one, Cavani?
Listen, when United signed Cavani, I thought, you know what, it's not what they needed, but it actually looks like it is paying off really well. This guy's come on and he's done. He's done a lot for them. And I don't know what much to say. The season's just started. There's so much going on. We ain't even. My head is still reeling from what I just watched with the Aston Villa game. So I can't say much on Cavani. I'm sorry, right now I'm just really emotional, and I'm like probably like this short.
Close to tears.
No, it's not even close to tears. Like I'm like this close because right now, like you know when you're just so pissed off, and then it's like this just takes one thing and that's it. You're gonna go off. You're gonna go off on everything. I'm literally like this close to going off. So I'm right. I'm not even in the frame of mind to talk about rivals. All I can think about, I'm sorry to change it up from Manchester United, but the fact that I don't know who's at worst. Christensen for staying down like the soft tissue snowflake that he is, or the referee for not blowing the whistle. I think they're both pillocks. So I don't know what to say because he gets.
Well, it just sounds like excuses. This just sounds
Was this the equalizer?
Yes,
I didn't see the game.
To the equalizer. So
Jack
Grealish and what's his
delightful
name? Christensen went in on a 50-50. Christensen stayed down like the snowflake he is. They went on and then they scored. It was poor. He's actually hurt.
No,
the guy got up and carried on playing.
Okay. So, wait,
sorry.
So,
all
right. Question. Who's better, Cavani or Werner?
Cavani, obviously.
Cavani.
Yeah, Cavani's long been better than Werner.
So Javan, Cavani.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have much to say on him because I'm still emotional. But Cavani looks like a good buy for Man United, and he's really good. So that's all I can say on him.
Right. So Christensen's a snowflake pussy.
Yeah.
All right. So Dev Cavani, what do you think he can provide United, man? Do you think he can?
I think that was a great signing. I think it was a great signing. I think even if
do you think he could fight them to a potential title or nah? He's past his peak.
You know what? I'd actually love it if Man United won a league.
What?
If Man United won a league ahead of Liverpool, I would laugh my ass off because the amount of
this
slander,
season.
Yeah, this season.
No. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, White Magic.
This is what I'm saying. The amount of slander that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got. I'd actually like it if he won the league. I would love it if he won the league, especially in front of Liverpool, because the amount of disrespect.
Thank you, Devo. Thank you.
And when you look at it, he's got the record for most away wins in a row in Premier League history. I think did he equal the record at least?
Yeah, equal the record.
Yeah, because he drew with Everton. But to talk about Cavani, I think it's a great signing, considering that the attacking options that you have. So drew with Leicester, yeah. So the attacking options that Man United have to bring in someone who's completely far removed from everything that you have already, in terms of he's a natural striker who's going to hold the ball up. He can head the ball, instinctive.
I was about to say that he can head the ball. None of our strikers can head the ball. You see Rashford's miss.
Yeah, bloody hell. That pissed me off because Bruno's in my dream team. But I think it's a very smart move. As Neeks said, he's experienced. He can teach the likes of Greenwood and Martial and Rashford little tricks and little things that he's picked up. And to give him an extra year, I think makes perfect sense because you don't have that is, as you said, that's something wrapped up. You don't have to worry about that position now when you're moving forward and you want to bring in extra players. I think it's a very, very smart move.
I'll tell you what, for another year though, you should still look for a striker now. I think personally.
Yeah, in that time, but you don't.
I'm not saying and we've got Greenwood, and if we want to develop Greenwood into a striker who is a natural, he's a natural number. He's not a winger. It depends how Greenwood develops in the next year and a half, and you might say, all right, we can get another striker, but maybe we get a backup. We get a Giroud type, as opposed to going out and getting the next best talent. If Haaland's available, get him in it. But that Mino Raiola thing scares me, man, because he's one of his agent in it. So
Okay,
That
so
scares me. I don't want nothing to do with that guy.
wait, Jujuven, for a final thing, can you bring up my screen? 1 second, let me just
Will
share
do.
it. All right, can you bring up my screen?
Oh, if you wanted me to bring up this,
We're going to talk about the Spurs bums.
Okay, so basically, by the time we, no, I think we'll be able to. Actually, wait, I'm confused. Oh no, sorry, yeah, we'll still have a show before, but still we can still look forward to it and maybe go into detail. Now, look, do you know this is going to be called the Papa John's Cup?
Yeah.
Next
Are you
year.
serious? Papa John's?
Oh, is it?
It's going to be
I
called,
can't
yes,
keep up.
it's going to be called the Papa John's Cup. Worthington, it's called X-Videos Cup, Pornhub Cup, Fisherman's Cup. It's wild. But look, it is what it is, because my thing is that there are many narratives here. One narrative is Mourinho says, I'm going to deliver a trophy. And Tottenham have been allergic to winning trophies for goodness knows how long. Another narrative is, so how many times did Ole beat Pep last season? Was it 3 or 4?
3 times. We played 4 times. He won 3 times. Yeah.
So, and also, what's it called? Again, you guys will never know where I live, but let's just say that Brentford is pretty close to where I live right now. So, maybe I should be rooting for Brentford.
Good team.
Yeah, all right, but so
I mean, you should be rooting for Brentford anyway. As a Chelsea fan, you shouldn't want Tottenham to win anything.
proper Chelsea fan, proper. Yeah, well, fuck, man. So let's look first at Tottenham Brentford.
Really?
Do you see them maybe
Carabao
slipping
Cup?
up and doing a Tottenham and Spurs are messing that up?
No, they'll win that,
No.
and then they'll lose to the Manchester side in the final.
Okay.
Wait, when is this game is when?
You can see 5th and
Okay,
6th.
on the 6th. If the things keep
Whoa,
going how
firstly,
if things keep going
Oh,
how
sorry.
it is at Manchester, Man United might actually just go through.
Yeah, we could get.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's very
the virus
unlikely.
outbreak, yeah.
It happened.
Because
It happened with Spurs earlier on.
Well, they're
against-
cheat. Yeah, but
with Leighton.
it's a cheat.
Yeah.
It's a cheat. But what it is,
Yeah.
they said, up until the 4th round, basically, if you get COVID and you can't field the players, you're basically get eliminated. The other team goes through. But after the 4th round, basically they'll reschedule it. I said, these people are taking the absolute. But Man City's going to end up with like a 3-4 game backlog because they're already a game down.
Yeah.
This game today has been suspended. The Chelsea one's at risk. Then
Yeah.
you're going to get this Carabao Cup possibly. That's 4 games. So they're going to have to
You know
squeeze
what
in.
would be
And Champions League.
So how many guys are actually have the virus? So wait, how many guys have the virus? Do we know?
5.
Apparently,
5.
5 people got tested positive today.
Yeah, so everyone had to, I guess, isolate. But if everyone else tests negative between now and Sunday, then I think they should be able to.
Okay,
play.
so you need 16 guys or something to.
You need to at least name 6. No, you don't even have to have 5 subs, do you? Oh no, you have to have a minimum 5.
I think minimum of 5. So
16,
I think it's 16.
16 match squad, yeah.
Okay. So whatever happens, what are you leaning towards, United or Man City for this game?
I'm going United. I'm actually, which is a bad thing. I mean, every time we played Man City and beat them, we never expect to, and then we do it. The first time we expect to beat them, we don't do anything in the last derby. But I actually, injuries providing nothing happens between now and then, I'll be confident going to the game. I would say, you know what, guys, this is a game that we can win. I'll be disappointed to lose that game. Not just because it's a Manchester derby, but we're in similar veins of form, but we're probably playing a bit better. Or should I say, we're a bit more potent. We're looking a bit more potent going forward. Defensively, we're not great. We're conceding a lot of set pieces. But going forward, I'm happy with how we're going. So I would actually bank us to get a win there. To beat Pep and Mourinho back to back, Solskjaer. I mean, if you do that, I said already. If he does that, I want some apologies. I want some apologies from a lot of people. Starting with some Man United fans.
Did you know Man City they've not conceded a goal with John Stones and Ruben Diaz as a centre back pairing? With Ruben Diaz in the team, they've only conceded 8 in something like 16 games or something.
Listen, Ruben Diaz has been good this year.
Look,
what's crazy?
What's
crazy is Stones taking Laporte's place.
Yeah. And Stones has been a rock next to him. They haven't conceded a goal. 6 games, I think, they played together. 6 games, they've not conceded a goal. And Man City, I don't think, have lost a game in this competition for like 3 years, 4 years. Something stupid like that. They win this competition back to back to back. That's what they do. So I will always back Man City in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. For me, City are winning. For me, I think City are winning this trophy.
No, Spurs.
They're
Mourinho's
winning
winning. Mourinho's winning.
God,
Mourinho's winning.
no. The winner will be
he's
for
winning.
Manchester.
No, Mourinho's winning. I actually think. I said Mourinho's going to win a trophy with them, and he's at the semi-final of his first choice. And I mean, right now, Spurs are the favourites because they're playing Brentford. So Spurs are nearly guaranteed a place in the final. Nothing's guaranteed in football, but I'll put a lot of money down on it. This game could go either way. I think Mourinho's going to do it.
Manchester will win this cup.
Yeah, no, for me, I think I just think that City's quality will just come through in this game specifically, and I think, Ole got the better of Pep, in the kind of league setting. I just think this being a semi-final, also when Devo brings up that stats of the amount of consecutive games they've won, I think City wins, and I just don't think Mourinho is winning a trophy. And I am the biggest Mourinho fanboy there is. There is no bigger Mourinho fan than me on this planet. I don't think Mourinho is winning a trophy with Tottenham. I just don't think it's. Something just tells that I just don't think it's happening. So I just think City win the whole thing. Javan, where are you going through? Who do you think wins this game, and who do you think wins the whole trophy?
I think City goes through. I don't know. This seems to be their cup, man. This seems to be their cup. So I'm gonna say City go through, and it's gonna be. Oh, it's going to be a good game, that Man City, Tottenham. If Tottenham listen, if Tottenham lose and Brentford go through, then I don't know. I don't know what.
Do you know, guys?
Listen.
Why are you?
If Tottenham,
the thing is,
if
I
Tottenham
can feel
lose,
it.
If Tottenham lose and Brentford go through, Man United is definitely in the final because that Ollie Judge is working big time. I tell you that for a fact. That white magic is unstoppable.
Question. If Mourinho and Pep get into this final, or we'll say Mourinho and Man City, would this be the first time two people that always win this cup are against each other?
You mean in this competition?
In this competition, sorry, yes. In this cup, yeah. So Carabao Cup, because Joe's always wins it once he gets to the final. Man City's
How many
been
times have they
winning
won
it.
this cup? 3 times, 4 times?
I know he won it
maybe
in the first season when Gerrard did that back pass header.
Yeah, and he won it. I think he won it once. I think he's won it twice at Chelsea, and he definitely won it once with us.
Yeah.
Whichever, can you bring up my screen? So
there's something I've just read here. Sorry, that you might about Diego Costa. Are you aware of the Diego Costa situation?
Oh shit!
No, what happened with Diego Costa?
Diego Costa's trying to get himself out of his contract at Atletico Madrid, apparently, for personal reasons. But
I did hear they wasn't going to renew, but I didn't
know the story.
Wait, what's it?
Diego Costa is set to leave Atletico Madrid next month. Arsenal have been following the situation for some time. They remain very attentive to the events. Costa wants to continue in Europe. He feels very well physically and believes he has 2 or 3 full seasons left. Arsenal could be a favourable proposition since it's a historic club in the Premier League, and the forward left a very high performance with Chelsea. He could sign his settlement with Atletico today. The terms would be a penalty of 25 million if he signs for Sevilla, Madrid, or Barca, 5 million if he goes to a Champions League team, or 3.2 million for any other club.
Would you take him, Devo?
Did you also hear about Ricky Puig as well?
Devo, you wouldn't take him?
No, because he for me, he fits the same Willian kind of.
I agree.
That's why Conte texted him.
He's not really gonna give his most. If it's going bad, he's just gonna say, fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right. So what's it called? So let's look at this table right now, man. Things are. I think because of COVID, things are so weird because I'm like, I can't, because they're like games in hand, games. Look, Neeks, this is nonsense. This doesn't add up. This math doesn't add up.
Why not? Well, maths is overrated, isn't it?
It is overrated. So
Man
basically, if they win the game in hand, they'll be 2 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Listen, I'm as I said, we've only played 14. So I'm not calling any title race until we played 19 games. Halfway stage, I see where everyone is. I say cool. But what I will say, if we come out of the Liverpool game, which I think will be our 17th game of the season, if we come out of that game within, let's say, 5 points, maybe 6 max behind Liverpool, then I'm gonna put my neck out and say we're in a title race. Doesn't mean we're gonna win it. Liverpool still be favourites, being 6 points clear. But I have to say,
it's going to be City and Liverpool. It's going to be City and Liverpool.
It may well be, but no, it may well be. But I have to own it because people run away from it. That's what people like. They never want to say they're in a title race because they're scared that they get clipped up and they're going to be proven wrong. But sorry, we're Man United. We've won 20. If we're striking into Liverpool and Liverpool's trying to get 20, at that point. For me to back away from that is cowardly.
Okay. So Liverpool are on 19 or 20. Wait. How many are Liverpool on right now?
19.
Okay, and United are on 20.
We're on 20. So for me, if we're within striking distance after the Liverpool game at Anfield, I want the players to think they can win it.
No.
This is Man United.
Look, man, Fergie is a crazy boy. So basically, when Fergie took over, they must have been about 8 or 9 behind Liverpool, and then he just caught up, went all the way past.
How many did he win?
It just shows how many
we were 11. We were 11 behind. Fergie came in and won 13. Took us from 7 to 20. Yeah. And Liverpool 1-0.
Yeah.
You see, HH, to answer your
by the time he won his first anyway.
HH, to answer your question, you said that how did this happen? It doesn't add up. I'll tell you what happened. Ollie out was trending and it was so loud it covered everything that was going on. It was the beginning of the season. Man United were finding their feet, and they
so we just say ignored all those wins.
No, but people have been because they had the game in hand that they missed at the beginning of the season, and then they had the poor start. So from 2 games in, they were already 6-7 points behind because of the games in hand they had. So everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Ollie's going down." Then you had the Champions League slip up. You had all these losses or draws in between the wins that everyone is just focusing on that. And then obviously, negativity travels fast and further. So everyone's just looking at that. And now when you actually sit down and you look at the table, you're like, fuck, Man United are 3 points behind the entire leader.
So Man United.
So that's what happened.
They see Man United in this position and they're saying, we need to get rid of Ollie now so we could get a manager in who could get us over the line. What kind of sense does that make? The man is nicely in a position to chase.
Let's go near the bottom right now.
Devo, you know what's worse? Devo, you know what's worse? No, wait, HH, 1 second. You know what's worse, Devo? The manager they're suggesting has never gotten anyone over the line.
Exactly.
Pochettino.
Yeah.
Pochettino is nonsense, man.
Can I just say as well, I do think Man United, Man City and Liverpool, that's going to be the 3 challenging for the title this season. Definitely.
I don't buy it. So, Devo, worried by this picture or not too worried by this?
To be honest, even before the Chelsea victory, I thought there was going to be a point where we turn it around. Not that I think that we're too good to go down, because football doesn't work like that. Over 38 games, you get what you deserve. So if you're in the relegation after 38 games, you weren't too good to go down. You deserve to go down. So I think we deserve to be 15th at the moment. But over the last few games, we started to play a little bit better than we had been before. And I can see there's little glimpses that we are starting to turn the corner. It's 15 games gone. There's still another 23 games. I'm not going to be entirely worried at the moment. No, I think we can move up the table. If you scroll up a little bit, I think
Arsenal ain't getting relegated. The teams underneath them are far worse.
So yeah, if we put together a run of the next 3 games, if we pick up 7 points,
it's tight.
We'll be up there in 10th, and then right now as we speak, I think we're 8 points off of the European places.
Oh, so yeah,
something like that. So 9 points. 9 points off of the European places. 9 points off of, you know what I mean? So if we could get 7 points out of the next 3 games, it looks a lot different, doesn't it?
You see, now this has me worried now. So if United and Villa win their games in hand,
but isn't it one of those games in hand against each other?
No. Villa have to play City.
Our game in hand. Yeah, our game in hand. We got 1 game in hand technically against Burnley. Yeah, Villa's is against City. But yeah, we are playing each other next week, kind of thing, whatever.
Big up Dean Smith, man. I know you've been riding hard for him.
Yeah, man.
Do you really think Arsenal will go down? I just think
no. Basically, it's amusing. It's it would be fun. It's amusing, but no, it's not. It's not.
You know why? I said this. This is what I said. If Arteta stays for the whole season, I think it's a possibility they go down. I'm not saying they will, but I think they're in a relegation fight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
That's
Arsenal would never allow themselves to be in it, because if they get to that point, say they're in February and they're 3 points above the relegation, they'll sack Arteta.
See,
But then
they'll
if
have
Amateur
it, that
comes
they
in, is
can't-
that
they
enough
cannot
time
afford to go down.
save them?
Wait,
Wait,
is that enough time?
February,
Kroenke
3 points above relegation in February?
Kroenke come out today or yesterday, or whatever, and said there's going to be no money. We need to sell players in January. Kroenke come out and said that, and this is with a team that's 15th. Imagine your owner saw how bad things are and said, "I'm not giving you no money. You're gonna have to get yourselves out of it." And the man's a billionaire. That's what we're dealing with. That shows the level that he cares about this club.
Thank goodness for Abramovich, man. Javen, thank your lucky stars for Abramovich, man. Thank lucky stars for Abramovich. So, guys, look, man, guys, please like that video. If you're here, it doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do is just hit the like button, smash that like button, hit the like button, and we're almost there, guys. We're almost there to 1,000 subs, our milestone. Thank you for everybody who's been tuning in.
Listen, there's 143 people watching. There's only 50 likes and 3 dislikes. Suck your mum for the dislikes.
wait, who are the guys with
Slap
the
that
dislikes?
damn like button, man.
I don't know who
Guys,
the guy
Probably eye test. He's been saying Ollie out in the whole chat for the whole thing. He's so bored. He got nothing to talk about. He's so
They're
bored.
so bored in the chat.
So
man.
no, but guys, come on, guys. Like, if you've got 140 guys in there, just hit the like button, guys. And if you like the show and everything, it helps with the algorithm of the show and everything. Just hit the like button, smash the like button. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, man. We're about 60, 70. Well, I think we're about 90.
We're 917.
917. So,
Okay,
yeah. What was it?
83.
Hey, mathematical merchants. What did we get in maths GCSE or maths A-level?
B. Yeah, B.
Oh,
Yeah. I did it a year early. I did it a year early.
Boo, smart ass. So guys, look, guys, we'll be so what's the topic for Tuesday's show then?
Don't have topics, bro. It's just you guys sending questions at Dear Dugout.
Vibe, innit?
So specific vibes FC, basically vibes.
Whatever people want to send in, we'll talk.
We should basically invite Lampard onto the Tuesday show, man. You know, to the Tuesday show. Useless.
Tuesday,
We
10
need that
PM.
exposure. We'll probably get bare views.
So
You guys get your
basically,
questions ready. Dear Dugout. Hashtag Dear Dugout. Send them in from now, and we'll round up the best.
so send in your questions and everything for the Tuesday show for 10
Just
p.m.
not football related. Nothing football related.
So basically, non-football shows, send those in right now. Devo will pick them out for Tuesday show at 10
We
p.m.
might even
Remember-
be doing a drinking game as well, innit, Jay?
Yeah,
And-
not this Tuesday, man. Not this one. Not this one.
And also remember Thursday 7 p.m. as well. That is our Q&A. Send in your questions Thursday morning and so forth. So tomorrow, Tuesday 10 p.m. chill out show. Thursday 7 p.m. Q&A. Guys, peace out. Stay true. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Let me go drink some alcohol now.